Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now is Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Bullock's kick is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. getting hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Let's go. At 20.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second down, here's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Tannehill. Touchdown. That's caught. A.J. Brown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Bullet good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 7
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Breida, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
You can't block me. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Danny.
From the gun, it's Allen. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On play action, Allen. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Allen gonna throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Danico Autry able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. (10-0) the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this one's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now it's Tannehill. He's got a man. It's Berkshire, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
A first down carry for Henry. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
At the Bills' 23-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll give Henry another shot. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go. 29 is the Mike.
Allen off the play fake.
Where we go?
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Check three, check three, check three.
On first down, Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Bills. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let him a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. From the 25 on second down, Tannehill escaping the pressure right. And right side, Henry's got it. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Bullock's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, 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 check.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen sliding out of the pocket. Going deep for Diggs. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. Here's Batson now bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Second down and 3. Draw play. This is Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he will have a Titans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Off play action, Tannehill. Open man is Cameron Batson. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Cameron Batson, 64 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there. Tannehill going to throw for it. Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amani Hooker. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment?
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Michael Pruitt, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Allen. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
29 is the Mike 29. You ain't got nothing.
Now Allen. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
29 is the Mike 56. Check. 29 is the Mike 29.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking deep downfield. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain there for the Bills. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
29 is the Mike 29. Watch the screen.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. That'll be complete to Breida. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
14 more yards. That's another Bills first down.
On play action, Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Gabriel Davis from 6 yards away. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. But it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And Henry gets the call there on 1st down as he pushes his way forward, a pickup of about 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now it's Tannehill. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Westbrook-Akine. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Tannehill. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Henry is in. Touchdown, Tennessee. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Makes the score Titans 38, Bills 15.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. McKenzie returning it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check three, check three, check three. 29.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
We want it. Come to my world. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Come on, D. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. It's our field. It's our field.
From the gun, it's Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 33. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Titans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Delay of game penalty, ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Now Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. He's got a man. It's Ferkser, the tight end. Touchdown, Titans. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill